Going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So I have to respond to the fucking Smash JT video where he's acting like fucking George Costanza, where he just thinks that he has a shot. He thinks that there's a glimmer of hope of him getting this console, his stupid little toy, his retarded investment that he made in this fucking company. It's really fucking pathetic. I refer to George Costanza because it's like that episode of Seinfeld when George thinks he has a shot at this woman, but she just keeps on humiliating him. She throws chocolate all over him, but George he keeps thinking there's a glimmer of hope that he has a shot with this woman. It's the same thing here with Smash JT. He thinks that there's a glimmer of hope. He's talking to these people as if they're it's just, it's ridiculous. We know the Intellivision by now. It was a scam. It was more than likely a scam designed from day one. If you really look back at all the lies go back to the day it was announced. So it's getting more and more, I think, revealed each day that they had no intention of ever bringing this thing out. It was designed to steal people's money. This happens all the time. Especially in California, of all places. It's just another day, another scam. The rich get richer. That's California. You're either extremely rich or you're extremely poor, or you're getting ripped off, or you're stepping in poop. It's common over there. It's a horrible, horrible cesspool of a state. And it's just funny to see cucks like Smash JT get eaten alive. So let's get to this response. If you guys have been following this, um, I never covered this from the news broke. This is my first video in a while. But Intellivision has sold off their games. They're going into fire sale, I guess, liquidation before they go bankrupt. So now they're selling off their games, including their pack-in games. Um, so we found out who bought them. You can look into all that information. I'm sure you guys are following the Amico news. I'm late to this, anyways, the games are sold. Another company now owns Shark and Astro Smash, and I think they might have Dyna Blaster as well or something. Either way, the games look like shit. You can find these clones of other games all the time, each and every day on the each eShop. You can find Dyna Blaster type games, Shark type games. You can find tons of Astro Blast, whatever the fuck the game's called. You can find tons of those anywhere, but you can't tell this to an Amico cult member. They don't want to listen. They just want to be a fanboy and a little cuck. That's all they want to do. But here is so yes, the games have been sold off. We discovered that after Phil Adam lied and said that he was licensing them out to get them on other platforms, blah, blah, blah. Well, that was a lie because it was discovered a few days later that they sold them off. They don't even have the rights to them. So Smash JT has been covering this all the way through. So now he's had a conversation with John Alvarado because no one likes Phil Adam. Okay, Phil Adam is just an upright douche. He doesn't give a fuck. He treats Smash JT like a fucking child, and it's hilarious. But John Alvarado, he's the perfect one now because he's the guy that everyone thinks, oh, he's a nice guy. He's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. John Alvarado's a dick, okay? He stole money and he does deceiving videos, and he's been lying. He's in on the scam as well. John Alvarado's a piece of shit, but some idiots think that he's the honest one out of the bunch, but no. So here's so now the Intellivision, whoever's left in the company, has now put John Alvarado in the front there. Like, here, you speak to them. People like you. So John Alvarado's gonna bullshit. to people like Smash JT and blah, blah, blah. These guys are still protecting and making sure they don't get sued so they can walk away into the sunlight scot free once they quietly slide into bankruptcy and so that they can make their claims that they've done everything they can to release this console. It's just dragging on so goddamn long. This company refuses to give up. They really want to walk out of this smart. And you know what? Good for them. They're doing this perfectly. I know I don't support scammers. I don't respect them, but they are doing this very, very, very smart, I would have to say. And I think this was one big plan from the get-go. These guys all know what they're doing. They had this mapped out perfectly. So here we go. Smash JT just so goddamn pathetic. This guy is just. This guy has no problem embarrassing himself. He is so clueless to it. He actually uploaded this video on his own. He chose to do it. He doesn't care how stupid he looks. And I think he's so dumb that he doesn't realize how pathetic he truly is. He's so clueless. He's such a gamma male. He has no idea about his behavior. So let's get her going.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Recently, my buddy DJ Slopes Game Room posted
My buddy DJ Slopes. So this guy's your buddy? God, I don't know. If you go and ask the Slopes guy, I'm sure he'll be like, hey, I don't know this guy. I do not know Smash G. No.
a review, a world exclusive review of Intellivision Amico's Shark game. That's coming to PC, Steam, and Switch and PS5, but not the Amico. But I commented on his video regarding the information that I've discovered about how this game is no longer owned by Intellivision when it comes to publishing on other platforms. When it does get published on Intellivision platforms, if that ever does happen, then they do retain the rights. You follow? And
No. Why are you even questioning that? That's the biggest bullshit ever. That makes no sense. Why would you make a complicated deal around $2 shovelware? You would never ever do that.
anyways, the reason why I wanted to make this video is because when I commented that, it was innocent enough of, oh, okay, here's what's actually going on. Here's the details of the deal that I've been able to figure out regarding researching BBG Entertainment's website and television, the information that Phil gave everyone. And this is what I've concluded. But then John Alvarado jumped in to correct me. And
Oh, well, John Alvarado, yes, he's going to correct you. The guy that helped steal your money, that's a part of this whole scam, he's going to jump in and correct you. No, he's going to come in and lie to you and keep you quiet and make you look like an idiot. That's what John Alvarado jumped in to do. Like, do you not have a brain? Do you not? Are you that much of a gamma cuck? Are you that much of a fucking creep that you're going to. He wants to believe them because his money's invested in him. He wants to believe every word that they tell him. He's just so frustrated that he's sort of acting this way.
I wanted to share this conversation with you guys. Before I go too far on this video, well, first off, hit the subscribe bell for notifications.
Shut the fuck up. You're so annoying. You were getting into the video. You were talking about the video. You interrupt what you're saying for your 1 second intro, and now you're reminding us to subscribe like we've never used YouTube before. You're a retard. Shut up. I hope you fucking melt in the sun. I don't know.
Check out
I don't know
smashjt.com.
what the fuck that was.
I think that's pretty much everything.
Melt in the
John
sun.
Alvarado is, by all accounts, in my personal experience and my vibes that I got from him, take it for what you will, is one of the nicest, most genuine people at Intellivision.
Really? Is he? How do you know? Have you ever met him face to face? We know you met Tallarico. How do you know he's a nice guy? Just because what? He smiles in a picture with his stupid mustache? How do you know that he's nice? He could be the biggest asshole you've ever met. You don't know. I don't think you've ever met him face to face. He's not a nice guy. He's an asshole. Okay, nice guys don't do deceiving videos of the Intellivision Amico box. That was a That was the shadiest video Intellivision probably ever released, and that's the last video they've ever released. Oh yeah, he's a nice guy. He just helped fucking steal millions of dollars. Nice guy.
For what it's worth. It isn't really saying much, but it still is something I wanted to make sure I mentioned in this video. He's someone who I genuinely believe.
The guy who pretends to be a nice guy so that idiots like you buy into this company and their lies.
His
I hope you melt in the sun. That's my insult, guys. Buried. Smash JT officially buried. All right, you tell that to the next guy that you hate. I hope you melt in the sun. You will.
heart is in the right place.
I'm sorry, guys. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video. I'm a little rusty.
Trust his efforts and feel like deep down he is a good person that means well. That does
No, he isn't. And look how you look to the side, like you know that's bullshit. He's not a good person that means well. He's a bad person that wants to steal money. That's
doesn't pay bills though. It doesn't sell consoles, or in this case it doesn't make consoles. Being nice doesn't get you the hot girl. It's just he's nice. That's I want to be clear about that. So
all con men are nice people. Okay, if a con man is acting like a dick to you, he's a shitty con man and he ain't conning nobody. Okay, he's such a fucking idiot.
So, what I say in this video is not to be detrimental to him as a human being, and I hope, John, if you watch this video, I hope you don't take it that way. But I
Shut up! Oh my God, there's George Costanza. John, don't take it that way, please. Please, can I have my money back, please? You're so pathetic. You're kissing ass to the people that fuck you over and laugh behind your back. You know that they're laughing at you, Smash. Like, Intellivision gets the most joy out of you because you're so pathetic.
do want to at least explain the conversation we had and the confusion that you left me with. I wrote, BBG Entertainment bought the rights and all ownership to these games. According to their own website, Intellivision no longer has any stake or control in them. Phil Adam lied in his email about licensing IPs out. They are in fire sale mode. Great review, by the way.
Yes, exposed. So their lies were exposed. That is the truth of what happened. So here's George Costanza ready to listen to see if there's just to believe. He's ready for the lie. He's like, tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Like the song. Like, please just feed the lies to me. I want to believe them. I don't care what you say. I don't care if Santa is going to be the one to deliver the Amico. Just tell me the lies, please. Oh, I'll jerk. I'll squirt all over the place when you tell me the lie because he'll believe. He wants to believe everything they tell him.
Sad this is how it ends for the Amico. Yes, it's a little bit on the dramatic side, but if you guys have been watching me for a while, that's kind of how I am. I'm a little bit over dramatic with my takes. It's just how I am. Sorry, but that's my general sentiment is that. And for those of you who are wondering where I got that information from, it's on BBG Entertainment's website. BBG Entertainment announced on May 24th, 2023, the acquisition of the Astro Smash and Shark intellectual properties with all rights pertaining thereto from Intellivision Entertainment LLC. Under this new ownership arrangement, Intellivision Entertainment LLC will retain any pre-existing activations of the original versions of Astro Smash and Shark, as well as any versions for future platforms from Intellivision.
Does that also include a fifth and sixth round draft pick, a 2024 fourth round pick, a 2025 third round pick if if the game sells a certain amount? Like what are we doing here? This is more it's ridiculous. We're not talking about like a sports trade. We're talking about $2 shovelware fucking Shark, a game called Shark. There's no deal about, okay, you get it for this amount of time, and then when we make the console, now it's our game. Like, and then we own it 50-50 at that point. Like, what? There's no complicated deal going on with Shark. It's a lie. It's a damage control lie. Jesus. Oh yeah, I bet this whatever this company is, who are they? The BBG? Oh God, of course they're called the BBG. Oh, it couldn't be any more closer to the truth. Oh, for fuck's sakes, the BBG and their stupid deal with Shark Shark. Give me a fucking break. I've had enough.
Long-winded way of saying they sold this to BBG Entertainment for an undisclosed amount of money, but they retain the rights if
Undisclosed.
they ever make a console
What for
themselves for Intellivision.
$5? For what? For what? $5 they got in the game? What? Who pays money to get Shark Shark? Just make it in a day. It takes a day to make. Just make it. Just get Gataroos. He'll give it to you for free. You're not buying Shark Shark. No.
Per Phil's email, doesn't sound like that's in the front of anyone's mind right now at Intellivision, and it's been waiting 5+ years for it to come to fruition. No reason to think it's going to happen anytime soon right now, and with that information in mind, there's no other way to look at this except BBG Entertainment bought the rights to this game. There's like a tiny asterisk saying, oh, unless Intellivision has a console, then Intellivision retains the rights for Shark Shark and Astro Smash. Just those two games just being sold on the Intellivision platform itself, in that house area, that section of video game industry. Everything else is BBG. So it's really not Intellivision's anymore. Fascinated to find out how much money Intellivision got for this deal, because those really aren't big properties at the end of the day in the grand scheme of the video game industry, but still.
I wonder how much Intellivision got for these. So he's hoping, because he's George Costanza, he's hoping that they got this awesome deal done that gave this company all this money. Now they have the money to release the console because they sold off Shark Shark and Astro Smash. These two properties that are just had a bidding war going on. Oh, for fuck's sakes! It's ridiculous.
Be fascinated to see how much money BBG Entertainment gave them in this agreement, this acquisition. Anyway, back to the conversation with John Alvarado. So he said, correction, Smash JT, and then he just copy and paste the information that is on the website. BBG Entertainment announced the acquisition of Astro Smash Shark Shark, intellectual properties, all rights pertaining there too. Everything I just said, as well as any versions for future consoles from Intellivision. So he literally just said to me what I said to him, except he just cut and pasted the information
Yeah,
from PPG
nice guy.
Entertainment's website and said, no, correction, here's what's actually happening. Where I'm like, right, that's what I'm saying. They sold it to them. Like, you can call it an agreement, you can call it an acquisition, you can call it a gentleman's conversation where all these things are legally binding. I don't know. I don't care what the verbiage is you use. Fact of the matter is, Intellivision does not make money from these games going forward unless Intellivision makes a console. Again, something that is a big if. The biggest if in the video game industry. And I replied, John, you're arguing a different point and saying the same exact thing that I did. Intellivision only retains the rights if they have a system to put the games on. Intellivision doesn't have a console made, nor is one coming anytime soon, per Phil's email, where he says, in layman's terms, it's on the back burner. It's not happening anytime soon.
Smash, you should now be saying, can I please have my money back? You guys stole from me. You had all that money and you didn't even bother to release something. I'm going to find you and I'm going to, yeah. Like, Smash, demand your money back. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen. But no, instead, you sit there like George Costanza and you think that you have a shot at the hot chick that keeps throwing chocolate all over you. You're absolutely pathetic. You should be kicking down Tommy's door for all the lies he told you. You're so pathetic. You just let your wife's money just burn, or the money you made off GameStop. so you say, burn, and you just let these con men just lie to you and laugh at you and make a fool out of you over and over and over again, and yet you still think you have a shot at them. You're worse than George Costanza. Like, he didn't get humiliated that many times. You just keep humiliating over and over and over again for years and years and years. It just never ends. Yeah, you're like, I shouldn't even compare you to George Costanza. Not even as he's not even this big of a sap than you are. This is so pathetic, and I can't believe you uploaded this video.
And even if it does happen, that doesn't guarantee sales. Otherwise, any other money made goes to BBG, not Intellivision. That is not a licensing deal. That is a sale. Please correct me on anything I said here.
And so after he tells you, no, that's a lie, you guys sold it, you're not making money off any of this, how is this a good thing? I want my money back. But no, he puts, please correct me, because again, tell me sweet little lies. He's like, please correct me on anything. So what, you want them to lie to you again so that you could just be unbelievable? It's just enough is enough.
Here, if I am wrong, I would love to know the actual details.
I would love to know the actual details. So you're just going to believe what they tell you.
As it stands right now, it seems like this is a really sus deal that was brokered. Like, if Intellivision is genuinely making the old college try to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and make this thing work, why does it seem like it's a fire sale? Why is Phil not announcing this as a positive PR? Why is there no spin from Intellivision about any of this? Why is this a backroom deal that we had to investigate and find out and bring to?
Because it's an investment scam and garbage system, dude. We've been saying it for years. You won't fully jump on ship. You're this in between bullshit. Just say it's a scam and either move on or fight against it. There's no trying to deal with these people. There's no dealing with talking to these people. It's gone on for years and years and years. Just give it up. It's time to either walk away or fight back. That's your only two options at this point.
Light. Why is this something that Intellivision did not come forward with? And the only reason, the only rationale I can come up with is because it's embarrassing. You basically gave this away for nothing because you're.
It's not embarrassing. They walked away with $17 million and you are $10,000 less rich. Okay, that's $10,000 less dollars out of your wife's bank account. That's not, you're embarrassing. You're the one who fell for it. You're the embarrassing one, and now you're acting like fucking Costanza. It's pathetic. Begging for them to lie to you more. You can't talk to them anymore. Okay? All the discussion should be going through lawyers at this point. You fucking idiots.
Desperate. Not you, John. Phil.
Not you, John.
Intellivision, the Royal Intellivision. Gave this up because you're desperate for anything. And again, I'd be fascinated to find out the terms of that deal to see how much you got fleeced, if that is to be believed. And if you didn't, why are you so afraid to talk about it, Phil? Why didn't you come out with that information in your email where it's actual tangible?
He's not going to tell people, hey, we're selling off the games. The company has been dead for over a year officially, and we're just selling off this crap. We finally got some stupid company to buy it. We got like a ham sandwich for it. They're not going to say that in the email. They don't want to get sued.
Stuff that happened, as opposed to just a blanket statement of generic.
So they're what? They're just going to tell the truth and then they're going to get sued. Smash. Just shut the fuck up already.
Information that you gave a year ago. The same exact stuff you said in that email.
I just can't believe that men can actually be this way. But there's a reason why there's scam artists all over the place. Just for idiots like this who just, put their trust and faith in fucking slime balls.
When this deal was brokered, around or at least happening.
Like what's really stupid about people like Smash JT? They think like someone like Tommy Tallarico and people wouldn't steal from someone like Smash JT. They think, oh, they got enough money. They live a good enough life. No. Okay, unless you're Elon Musk, you never have enough money. The richer you are, the more greedier and slimy you're going to get. You can't get enough of the money. You want more. You want to keep upgrading. You want the better cards. You want to keep up with the neighbors. No, when you acquire more money, it becomes more of a need to get more money. So these guys all got together and got this scam going, and they made a shit ton. They made their retirement. They made that and some. So, and probably some good money to pass down to their children. All for suckering idiot fucking YouTubers like you.
Transitioning on their website around the same exact time your email came out. Why couldn't you say anything about this, Phil? Chance Philippin said, he jumped in and said, do you happen to be referring to activation of licenses for the physical products when you mention pre-existing activations? And John said, the term pre-existing activations in that statement has nothing to do with our Amico physical product games, which the physical product games right here, Astro Smash and Shark Shark were not physical games because they were supposed to be included as free pack-in games. So again, even if the Amico comes out, they're free pack-in games. So how would you make money on Intellivision? Between Intellivision and other companies for the original games, like how we licensed Astro Smash to Evercade, for example, it is saying we will still own slash keep the benefit from those previous deals. Okay, so again, it feels like a sale with strings attached. Like, yes, we're selling this IP to you guys, but all the other stuff we've had in place previously with those still come to us. The money, if a sale goes to Evercade, there's a percent of that licensing deal that will continue to go to Intellivision instead of BBG. So I don't know, a buck or two every time it sells, Intellivision gets one. That's not gonna produce $500,000 enough to make these Founders Edition consoles or however much it's gonna cost. But still, Intellivision does get something from the pre-existing deals. But I'm talking about moving forward. I think that's where we're splitting hairs here. The last part of the paragraph is the part that lets us put the games on Amico and any future iterations of Intellivision consoles, Amico counting as a future console. So I love how John is already aspiring to the Amico 2 when they can't get the Amico out. But yes, these free pack-in games licensed belong to Intellivision on the Amico. So Intellivision is not going to make any money from them. They can't if it's a free pack-in game. But they have the rights to it so they don't have to give BBG Entertainment money every time a console sells. I think that's the only thing that's really something to
It's
note
ridiculous. You're talking about stupid little $2 games.
here. Again, I'm just trying to clarify and make sure I'm grasping this.
I can't wait if it does. If BBG does release these games on the Switch, it's going to be junk change. I will laugh if these games cost any more than $2. I will laugh.
Correctly. I don't mean to like be a dick. It seems like a sale to me and Television using their word salad, throwing all this information, John Alvarado throwing all this information at me, and maybe you're using different words, but at the end of the day, again, I feel like we're splitting hairs on what the definition of a sale is. To me, it feels like
It's a ham sandwich. They said here's some Subway coupons. Can we get Shark Shark? Like you put Shark Shark on the Switch, okay? You put it out on a Thursday with all the other games. It gets buried with the 30 other games that came out that day, and it's completely forgotten about the moment it comes out. And absolutely nobody buys it except for the people that are fucking follow it on this niche community. Like nobody buys it. It's worth nothing. They can make a total of like $50 max on the lifetime sales of their stupid $2 Shark. My God, why are you even discussing this?
Sale because you no longer make money from these games on other consoles, which flies completely in the face of Phil saying in his email, we'll be licensing our IPs to other companies and using that as a stream of revenue. That's not happening with these two properties. What other properties does Intellivision own? Do they own Night Stalker? Do they own Moon Patrol? Is that IREM? I don't know. I've been looking up information. I can't find
Okay,
it.
Moon Patrol is not a full game. It's a couple levels, and in between there's Star Fox text from the, I don't know, the Star Fox N64 game, one of those games. That's not a real game. It was exposed. There's no Moon Patrol game. That was just a demo thrown together to make you think that there's a console coming out. It was revealed that was a lie. That was a scam. Not supposed to have Star Fox in a Moon Patrol game.
I don't know what Intellivision even owns anymore. Anyways, John Alvarado said, "Hi, Smash
They
JT.
don't own shit. They didn't even have the rights to make Earthworm Jim 4. They were told they're not even allowed to. Like Activision told them to fuck off. Like, hey, you con men, stop pretending to pretend there's going to be an Earthworm Jim game. You don't have the rights. Fuck you, Tommy Tallarico. You never did any music for Earthworm Jim. You don't even know how to play guitar. Fuck off. All right? Like, there was never a Moon Patrol. There was never an Earthworm Jim. It's all a fucking lie. They made two games, Astro Smash and Shark. Those are the two games they paraded around and fooled everyone and thinking that had all the kids play the stupid Shark game. That's it. You only basically had those two games. The rest of them were all just quick little demos thrown together. That's what the Amico was. It was just a traveling scam console from day one.
You said BBG Entertainment bought the rights and all ownerships to these games. Intellivision actually retains substantial rights for for what, John? For future Intellivision platforms. Right. And if those don't ever get made, then it doesn't matter, which is where we're at right now. And ownership of pre-existing licensing deals with third parties. So no new licensing deals, just the old licensing deals that you made with Evercade and maybe something else that I'm not knowing of that's happened in the past that you make something from with these games. Please see my detailed explanation to Chance Phillip about pre-existing activations. I was
Like,
just
stop with this conversation, Smash JT. It's you guys raised $17 million. You shouldn't be squandering for pennies for shovelware games, okay? You made $17 million plus. Okay, you shouldn't be talking about silly little deals with games that are sold for $2. It's just ridiculous even talking about that. You fucking idiots.
correcting your description of BBG buying all ownership, which is inaccurate. I'm not going to call you a liar for spreading incorrect information. You simply misinterpreted BBG's incomplete statement and you didn't have all the deal details. I would appreciate it if you would likewise be kind and refrain from defaming Phil Adam. Please. He is working hard to keep Intellivision going so we can adapt and make a path to manufacture the Amico console. I'm sorry, John. I'm not falling for the sob story. I've done that for 5 freaking years
Yeah,
to this.
this is what these guys all do. They play victim card. They know what they're doing. That's what all Weasley scam artists all do. If you accuse them of being scam, they will try to make you feel guilty for accusing them of being a scam artist. Um, but of course, Smash JT's at his wits' end. Let's see if he buys any of this.
This point. How much time do you guys need? How much money do you guys need for me to fall for everything that you say? At this point,
So
it's
then,
put up or shut up. Hell,
exactly. So then, why are you asking them? Hey, can you? You just ask them to explain. You ask them to lie to you. So they lied to you, and now you're like, it's put up or shut up time. Why should I believe everything you say? Then why did you ask the question? No matter what they were going to tell you, you were like, you were going to get the same reaction either way. So like, just stop talking to them. They're laughing at you. They're just laughing behind your back because you're crazy and stupid and pathetic. Either walk away, leave them alone, let them enjoy their retirement for screwing over idiots like you, or get mad, fight. Uh, you should be the only thing you should be saying to them is, "I'm going to sue the pants off of you" and shit like that. Like legal threats are the only thing that you should be saying to them. You and a lot of other people as well. You guys need to all get together and fucking fight against this company. They obviously stole.
been like that for over a year now. I said that in my videos where I can't keep doing this. I can't carry this load for you and pretend everything's all rainbows and butterflies when it's not. You screwed. Phil screwed up. Tommy screwed up
They didn't screw up.
everything.
No, Tommy's a fucking genius. And he tricked all of you fuckers. He did not screw up. They got together. I'm sure Mike Kennedy's part of this group too. He probably walked away with millions off this too. I guarantee Mike Kennedy was involved in this. The reason why he wasn't, because he was the head of the table of the Calico Chameleon. The Intellivision Amico is the Calico Chameleon. It is. It is just a replacement. They just went from Calico to Intellivision because those two are the double vision. So they moved on to the Amico. They put Tommy Tallarico as the head front man, not Mike Kennedy, because he melted under pressure. When they got exposed for using the Super Nintendo Mini board, when they were exposed from that, they had nothing. They were fucked. This time around, the same thing even happened to them. They were exposed when Ars Technical found that shit, found the specs through Portal, that it was just based on an old fucking phone from like 8 years ago. And then Tommy issued threats and then he panicked because they got exposed. Why people didn't make a huge outrage and shut them down like Chameleon did, that's what I don't understand. That's when the whole thing should have ended. But no, it just kept on going and whatever. We're here where we are today. It's just beyond ridiculous what you're talking about, what you're analyzing, what when it's so clear and obvious. Anyone who's not a retard knows what this this Intellivision company was all about. Because the Calico Chameleon is just, it dictates what the Amico is. And Phil Adam was involved with that. They did an oopsie there, realized maybe they shouldn't have put Phil Adam as the new CEO because, oh, whoops, we forgot. He was listed as the. See, we find holes within this company. They make fuck ups, but they still manage to get away with this shit. It's so ridiculous. No, Tommy Tallarico did not fuck up. Phil Adam did not fuck up. They did this according to plan, and they're getting away with this scot free.
And now, right now, you guys are trying to pick up the pieces. And I am commenting
No, they're just trying to damage control.
on how I feel like you're going about it the wrong way, which is fair for me to do. I have the right to do that. Do I have the right to call Phil Adam a liar? If I feel like what he said in the email,
And they have the right to say fuck you. You're lucky they're being this nice to you. I think they should have told you to fuck off a long time ago. But no, they want to play this as smart. They're keeping their patience, and they're just gonna keep making you look like an idiot. They're laughing behind your back anyways, so they're just having a good laugh out of this.
is not what this deal is. Yes, I feel like I have the right to call him a liar. That is deceptive. That is something Intellivision, unfortunately, historically, has a record of being deceptive. No matter what has been said by Intellivision, up to this point, the truth has actually been the opposite. The
Okay,
vast
well, you should have realized that after the third delay, after the third lie, when they had these release dates set. Meanwhile, they weren't even like 10% done the console. When it was revealed on their fourth fundraiser, when they were like, we're 80% done this, 70% done this, 90% done this. Well, this is your third release date delay. What do you mean you're not done the console yet? So that was just common sense truth that they just lied over and over and over and over and over again. Like, you just don't look at things the way it is. You just refuse to because you're just an idiot. Just a plain fucking idiot. I've been the most accurate on this whole Amico thing because I just see it the way it is. I don't make up stupid stories. I don't go to Retro Bro to give me little secrets. My source. Like, I don't do any stupid bullshit like fucking Tony TGD or anything like that. No, I've been the most accurate. I predicted that all this wasn't done. I was the only one that said the Amico was nowhere near finished. Oh, and Ian, Pat and Ian also said this thing's nowhere near finished. There's no way it's come out. I was saying it, they were giving it more of the benefit of the doubt. They were giving it like a 30% chance. I was still giving it a 0% chance of coming out because I'm like, dude, they don't even have the motion controls ready yet. We know Tommy Tallarico. If he had good motion controls, he'd be making video after video. All he wants to do is show up Pat and Ian. If he had this thing fucking working good, he'd be flaunting it all over the place. I know how Tommy thinks at this point. And sure enough, nothing. We then saw, what's that? That cornhole. And sure enough, I was right. They showed the cornhole and they couldn't even get it working. They had the worst control scheme. There's basically no motion controls. It just reacts off like flicking the controller. I'm like, see, I told you. It's like 10% ready to come out. There's not going to be an October release date. So, anyways, this whole thing's just been frustrating because I don't know. Do I have a keen eye for scam artists and con men? No, I'm not going to say that, but I'm just not a fucking retard. I just see things for the way it is. And I look at past history. Again, look back to the Coleco Chameleon. That's what this is.
majority of the time, go through my litany of videos explaining each one of those and how it happened. I don't know how else to say this without sounding like a dick. I'm sorry, John. It seems like a sale to me. If it's not a sale, what are the terms
Doesn't
where
matter. Like the whole thing was a demo unit. Right now, DJC has one. Mike Mullis has one. It's a demo prototype unit with a basic interface. Just the most basic shit just thrown together. None of the games are complete. They only got a few stages each game. Everything's a demo. We haven't seen one complete game played to the fullest. Astro Smash is the only game that we know, and Shark Shark are the only two full games. Everything else is a demo prototype, including the console itself.
Intellivision
It was a scam from day fucking one.
makes money on these games moving forward on all the consoles it's going to be going on, when it's clearly not going to Intellivision. It's going to BBG Entertainment. I don't know how else to say this. Where I responded, but
Oh,
John,
God.
if Intellivision doesn't have a console, they don't have the rights. There is a major flaw in the explanatory
Yeah, no
logic.
shit, Smash JT. Obviously, there'll never be a console, so then they'll never have the rights. And there'll never be a console. Stop trying to plead for honesty from these guys. It's so pathetic.
Here, sure, if Intellivision does indeed release a console, then they have the rights to the game and the sales of it therein on that particular console. Per Phil's email, console had taken a back seat, and based off the track record, we can only assume that it will be bungled away down the road as well. Again, would love nothing more than to be proven wrong and see success, but you guys are now in a prove it state for many, including myself. So stop with the talk. Stop trying to explain yourselves away. Do something. Actions speak louder.
Yeah, you're just begging, you're just wishing upon a star that they'll give you a release date for the founders and blah. You're just it's just give it up.
than explanations. Jersey28 said, "Hey John, where are the refunds? Also, any apology forthcoming for the dishonest
See,
unbox?"
there you go. Jersey 28 makes it real simple. What's going on with the refunds, and are you going to apologize for your shady box video? There's a real question. There's what a man should ask. Hey, what's up with that box video that you did? Remember that? What was that all about? Your stupid dented box. You couldn't even spell the names right. You guys didn't even bother to proofread. Like you didn't even bother making real games, or you didn't bother making like. There's a question. That's what you need to be asking Alvarado.
Boxing video you did. John disregards answering that and
Oh, he doesn't answer the question, of course. Well, then,
says, "There are more details in the deal that I can't reveal right now."
so John Alvarado goes to the playbook. He even adds a smiley emoji. Well, there's more details that's in the works, even though we're trying to damage control. But we'll leave it at this. There's more that we can't reveal right now. But if you stay tuned, in a couple more weeks, we'll let you know what the big deal is. Well, it's just like that's been their textbook go-to play every single time, going right to the beginning.
But more will be made clear soon. In the meantime, I'll go back to work on proving you wrong.
You haven't worked. What have you been working on? What's your work progression there, Alvarado? It's hilarious. You haven't worked on anything. You didn't work on anything on the Amico. Your cornhole game, like you're pathetic. You should have been fired on the spot if that was a legit effort that you made. You're sad. You're not sad. You guys are all smart. You guys are the winners. Everyone that was sided with you are the losers. And that's that. And you've just stabbed everyone in the back. And yeah, John Alvarado, the fucking creep with the mustache.
Hopefully, we can have a laugh together over drinks one day, looking back at all the drama. Cheers. You know, John would probably be, at this point, the only person that I'd care to do that with at that company. And we'd have a lot to talk about if it ever got to that point.
Yeah, you wish, Costanza, you wish you had the chick. But no, John Alvarado's going to keep throwing chocolate all over you.
I feel like John is a really good dude that is trying his best. And this is, by all accounts, his baby. I mean, he's the chief engineer in charge of making this console work and hasn't been able to get it out the door. And that's got to be supremely frustrating for him. And I do empathize a little bit because of the bungled management above him basically screwing up a lot of stuff that's completely out of his control.
No, I'm sure Alvarado knows exactly what's going on. He's in on it.
With that being said, though, he didn't disprove anything that I said in my initial
No,
statement.
because what the truth is truth. The company has the rights to the games. There's no way around it. Okay, I don't care if the company themselves or whoever says, "Well, we got it until the console comes out." No, that's bullshit. I don't think that's just. I think that's just made up. I think that's just damage control. And it was probably, and if it was agreed upon, then it's pennies we're talking about. It's nothing. There's no money to be made off these games. This company's just probably doing this mostly as a hobby. When you're releasing games this cheap, you're doing it for the love of games and like trying to build a little brand for yourself, and you make a little bit of money off it, but it's nothing. There's no way these games are sold for $2 a piece. What are they? I doubt you can make a living selling shovelware games. You can't. I'm no expert. I don't know for sure. I'm sure there are some cheap games that can rack in some money that make a name for themselves. But in this day and age, again, there's like 30 to 50 games coming out per week digitally that you can buy. There's no money in this shit. None.
All he did was come at me with information reaffirming that it's a sale. And then said, "Oh, but there's other information we can't tell you about right now." That's, by the way, John,
That's
that is such a Tommy line. Hey,
See, even Smash JT acknowledges that. That's a textbook Intellivision way of going about things. That goes all the way back to Tommy Tallarico. See, he even Smash JT even knows. He's heard this way too many times.
You know, we got this. There's some stuff I can't tell you about right now. That's really
Right,
it's super exciting. And when it comes out, it'll all make sense to you. Sorry, I've heard that way too many times from Tommy,
right.
and likewise from Phil. I can't with that line. Out with the
So
information.
enough is enough, Smash. Start demanding your money and like just say, okay, that's it. It's class action lawsuit time. That's what you should be saying. You guys will be hearing from my lawyers. That's what you should be saying.
Tell us what it is. What are the terms of the deal? And if you can't deliberate on what they are, why can't you? What's so private about this? It's funny because BBG Entertainment couldn't wait to show it on their website. In fact, they put it up there before they were supposed to. And when we had videos about it, they took it down. But then the next day, they put all the information right back up anyways. So it doesn't bother them to give the information to the deal out. It only bothers Intellivision. Again, the secrecy. Why? At this point in time, Intellivision is required by the public community to be an open book about everything they do because nobody can trust them. And I think that's only fair. Not being a dick, just saying you guys have had
Oh yeah, what's fair is fair. We have to be fair in this day and age. Yes.
all the slack in the world, all the time in the world, all the money in the world to figure this out and haven't been able to. So why should we continue to do that as a community? Why should we just blindly have faith to follow this company when
Exactly. So then why do you keep asking for it?
think about it from our perspective, John. If if we were putting money into something, if we were investing into a game company that wasn't in television, and I was telling you about it like, oh, this is the new XYZ company and it's going to be great. They just need some money to get this rocket off the launch pad. You know, they're right there, and I tricked you or fooled you into putting money into that, and then you waited 5 years for anything and nothing happened. But one of the lead developers is telling you
Trying to get me to understand from my perspective. Oh my God. Just talking to the con man like this. They must be just laughing their asses off at this guy.
don't worry, we're right there. We just need a little bit more time. How much faith would you have? Think about it. Like, take yourself out of the equation and think about it from the perspective of
No, they don't care about you. You're the idiot. You're one of the many people they fooled. Okay, they don't care about your shoes. They don't care about your feelings. They got your money. Now shut the fuck up and worship the ground that Tommy Tellerico walks on, like the rest of them. Okay, you go join Atari Creep. Okay, that weirdo and DJ Cuck and fucking those weird creeps. Okay, maybe you and Retro Bro can make friends with them again or whatever. You guys can go back to worshiping Tommy Tallarico, okay? Know your role and shut your mouth.
is it fair how the community is treating us right now? And if you think it's unfair, you need to take a deep look in the mirror because it's a mess. And until television actually puts up, they need to shut up. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing.
Good God. Oh my God. He's so goddamn cringe and pathetic. Oh man. All right, so that's finally it. Of course, it'll be as long as I expected. There we go, about an hour long. Um, yeah, I couldn't help it. That needed a fucking reaction. How pathetic. So yeah, they continue, and television continues to kick the can down the road and try to avoid lawsuits and blah blah blah. It just keeps going and going and going and going. All right, let me guys know what you think of this fucking topic, and I'll be back with some more shit later. Peace.